Bitcoin broke down the ascending channel as we anticipating with a high probability, hitting a fib level 1618 at 26k. Not only that, it went further down all the way to fib level 4236 at 20k area. If you're a long-term subscriber, you know we were anticipating these moves. We had an ascending channel with a high probability of a breakdown to the downside. It did break down as I was talking about, guys. The most important thing is not about I told you so, guys, because that's way too but I did told you so arrogant. Is about building wealth now, guys. We need to build wealth because it is here where the real money is made. The question are now, where are we going from here? The Heatmap are showing us a great support at 20k sub level. However, how long will it last? Because it is getting thinner and thinner and the supply is getting bigger and bigger. And our Papa Powell is still not stopping. He's still hiking interest rate. He's still trying to suck all the liquidity, all of the money off the market to make sure he fight inflation. And as we anticipate again, if you've been following my channel, we have finally formed this horrendous head and shoulder on a bearish side, guys. This is going to be quite intense. 3 Arrow Capital is getting close to a margin call and Shuzu is confirming this. We have a lot of Ethereum, a lot of Bitcoin ready to get liquidated, and Celsius is also pausing all the withdrawals because they're getting close to a margin call. We have Michael Saylor saying, whoa, relax, we are not getting close to a margin call. People making FUD is below to $3,500 per Bitcoin. We have BitBoy being BitBoy. He wants to bring a class action lawsuit against Celsius Network and Alex Mashinsky, which is the CEO of Celsius Network. But BitBoy being BitBoy, of course, did not read the terms that Celsius will use anything if they go bankrupt or enter liquidity. They will use the user's money to cover that loss, which is of course messed up because then you're not better than the bank or the central banks out there. We have the CTO of USDT saying, hey, relax, have a potato. You simply can't make this stuff up. Welcome to crypto space. Talking about craziness, Russia just introduced a bill that will ban crypto as a payment method in Russia. Russia is like my ex-girlfriend who can't make up her mind. Are you going to ban it? I'm not going to ban it. Make up your mind. If all of this is confusing, I understand. Just make sure to watch everything because we're going to break it down and analyze. Welcome guys. Welcome to daily crypto trading. While the bulls and bears were trying to fight each other and give you hopium, I was actually here giving you realistic TA, guys. We were talking about this ascending channel. If we break the golden ratio, break this support line, we'll go down to our fib level 1618. We did hold it, lo and behold, we did hold it one day, but we couldn't do the sell pressure and we went all the way to the fib level of 3236 20k. And just to show you there's no BS in my channel, go see this. Matter of fact, let me just show you 5 seconds of it. While the moon boys are telling you there's only one way that is up, that is not correct. In a technical point of view, we are seeing an ascending channel and a fib level of 1618 indicating we are going down to 26k. On a technical point of view, we are oversold. The RSI are telling us we are heavy oversold. The RSI stock are telling we are oversold. The MACD are telling us we are oversold. Every indication are telling us we are oversold. So we might see a small relief rally, maybe to the reversal, and get people excited again saying, yo, you know what, the bull market is still not dead, even though they have no understanding of the TA. Taking a look at the forward chart, we might see a descending channel and we are seeing a bullish diversion. Usually this indicates that we are oversold and we are trying to get a reversal. Now this might happen, a small probability, but it's still a probability. We break out all the way over to here and get rejected all the way at 28k. This will get people really excited again and saying, you know what, all the bears were wrong, we are getting up, this was just a misunderstanding, some whales did it on a mistake just to scare us off and all these kind of nonsense, and the sentiment might change. But be aware, this is a low probability, but it's also a bull trap. On a technical point of view, this is looking like a perfect Wyckoff price cycle. We have the oversold area and we have a markup, then we have the distribution area, and then we have the markdown, overbought and oversold, just taking from the textbook. Now, without spreading any thought, guys, I'm just trying to stay realistically and true to my TA. If you look at the all-time high in 2017, we just dipped below it, a bit below it, but it was a liquidity. The liquidity is getting thinner. Once this break, there's not much liquidity left, guys. Then we go all the way to the previous support area or resistance area, was when the bull started, was when in 2020, which is right over here. Because if you see here, there's not much support left, right? There's not enough candlestick previous support. You look over here in 2020, there's a bunch of support and the price level is between 10,000 and 13,000, guys. I believe we can have the bottom right there, but this is of course no guarantee, just a probability game right now. Please don't hate me. To back up my claim, we can use the heat map to see where the liquidity are. If you look at the heat map, the liquidity are at 20k, 18k, 7.6k, 16k, and 15k. And it's getting thinner and thinner. The strongest liquidity are at 70.6k. And that is the reason we see the 20k area is getting thinner and thinner. It's getting lighter. It either means the supply is way too much, or people's allocating their liquidity, their money to the other areas because they know that Bitcoin is going lower. But be aware, once we break this 20k, there's not much support to be hit, or 18k and 7.6k. There's a bunch of support, a lot of money, a lot of sellers already there, a lot of liquidity around this area. However, if we don't hold that either, we don't have much left. Just look at this guy, just thin, maybe have this 16k and 15k, but not much liquidity left. Of course, it'd be allocated down below to around 13k, I believe. This is a possibility, so be aware. Just remember, guys, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not giving any financial advice. Always do your own due diligence or you might get yourself wrecked. If you've been a long-term subscriber to my channel, you know I've been talking about the S&P 500 religiously. Since last year, I've been talking about how correlated it is with Bitcoin, and lo and behold, we are forming a head and shoulder as I warned about. You guys can check it out from my previous video. Just join my Discord. The date is there. I was saying that if this break, which is high possibility, it will drag all the market and crypto market down with it. But Paul wants to fight inflation, and the only way you fight inflation is aggressively hiking the interest rate. By doing that, you remove the supply of the market, you remove the demand of the market. As a response, there will be a sell-off of cryptos, of stock tech. S&P 500 are showing it clearly. Not to mention, we are making the head and shoulder formation, as I've been speaking for weeks, this horrendous formation which is deadly. Usually that means we can go all the way down to 310. This will also hike the unemployment rate, because the unemployment rate at the moment is low, so they can actually allow this to happen for the moment to fight inflation. July 30 is the date you guys have to note, because that is also the date where the CPI is getting out. If the CPI report is negative, that means confirmation for the recession. However, if the CPI report is positive, well, we don't have a recession then. Due to the market condition and the meltdown of crypto space, a lot of these hedge fund platforms, whales and so on, are getting closer to a liquidation. And Celsius is one of these platforms that locked up 24,000 Bitcoin as collateral. This means, God forbid, if Bitcoin dips below 14,000, that is also the liquidation price for Celsius. That means they have to lock up the Bitcoin and put it over all the exchanges and sell the Bitcoin for stablecoin, because they are insolvent and they have to pay back the borrowed amount of money they have. This will be catastrophic and make a ripple effect. Imagine 24,000 Bitcoin across different exchanges just getting sold off. There's not enough liquidity to hold the price up. It will be catastrophic and the price will just drop. How low? We don't know. There's also been some rumors about a big hedge fund, 3AC, which is unable to meet margin call and is potentially ready to get liquidated. And the CEO, Shusu, is actually confirming this by his tweet. He's saying they are at the moment in a process of communication with relevant parties and fully committed to working this out. He's just saying, yeah, we are close to getting liquidated. At the moment, this is catastrophic for the crypto space, guys. According to Onchain Wizard, 3AC is holding 223,000 Ethereum and it's getting closer to a liquidation area of $1,000.42. This is scary stuff, guys. There's also rumors going on that MicroStrategy or Saylor is getting close to liquidation at 21,000 per Bitcoin. However, Saylor is out there and saying nope, it's below 3,500, and they're even ready to have some other collateral if anything goes wrong. Not your keys, not your crypto. You heard this many times before. BitBoy being BitBoy, he wants to have a class action lawsuit against Alex Mashinsky and Celsius Network. However, by using Celsius platform, you're also agreeing by the terms, and the terms is in there. They're saying, and I quote, in the event that Celsius become bankrupt, enters liquidation, which they are close of, or is otherwise unable to repay its obligation in any eligible digital asset used in the earned service or as collateral under the borrowed service, may not be recoverable, and you may not have any legal remedies. All right, they're just saying we'll take your crypto, use it to pay our debt, and you can't do anything about it. You can sue us, you can do anything, because not your keys, not your crypto. And this is of course completely BS, because DeFi was made to be better than the central bank, and now suddenly we become worse than them. There are also a lot of thought around Tether again. But the CTO came out in a tweet saying there's no exposure to Celsius, under reserves, liquidation without losses, then no exposure to 3AC, the hedge fund. And he ended the tweet by saying this thought was made by the hedge funds to make some extra bucks. And then he ended his tweet with a dancing potato and wrote, yeah, and I quote, have a potato. You gotta give it to the guy. That was pretty funny. And yet again, Russia making a bill to ban crypto payment method in Russia. And if I was about to speculate about this area, it was most likely because they want to have their economy within Russia because of all the sanctions that are out there for Russia. So they want their citizens to use money in Russian restaurant and Russian stores and so on. So they use the ruble instead of the cryptocurrency. And since you got to the end of this video, assume you enjoyed the tier of Bitcoin. So I recommend you to watch the next recommending video on the left corner. And of course, guys, see you on the Discord server.